Hey, what's up? I did the NVIDIA Ignite OA. Thank the Lord, they went really well. I guess I can't end it there, but I'm just gonna elaborate a bit more. So, for the past 2 days, I got the OA thing on Wednesday. So and I didn't study until like Friday. So, for the past 2 days, I guess I've been working on studying for this OA. I think my biggest fear was that, my lead code is terrible, right? I think I downplayed how bad my lead code skills are because what happens with lead code is that I study it for a bit and then it comes a bit too hard and my schedule becomes a bit too complicated. Then I drop lead code because what the way I study for lead code is like a compounded thing where it's not like I can do an hour a day. That's obviously a good idea. But then I work best when I have like, okay, 3 hours, 4 hours on this thing and compounds into like a really good study session and I fully grasp the concept versus when it's an hour, it's not gonna take 4 hours if it's not continued if it's not what is it if it's not continued basically. So that's what happens with my lead codes. My lead code skills have been really bad, so I was really worried for this in the NVIDIA Ignite OA that my lead code skills were just not going to be up to par, so I had to really lock in. So that's what I was doing for the past couple of days where I was like I wake up do obviously my 3 B's and all that, and then I wake up and then work on my lead code skills, pip, and then sleep at like 3 a.m. Until like I'm done working on my lead code skills. But I think it was nice. I think it was definitely a fun thing. I think something that makes me really happy is that it's like, okay, this is a clear signal of improvement because all my test cases passed. So I was really worried. I remember, I'm not going to disclose the answers, but the first question wasn't too bad. It was just like my result, like the result I was returning was a bit funky for some reason. And then the second one, the thing about the second one was that I had done a leak code problem similar to the second one before. And then what tripped me off was it wasn't the same leak code question. It was like the leak code question, but slightly different. And then without giving away the answer, that threw me off. So then what the issue became was, oh dang. 'Cause I knew so there was like leak code problem A and leak code problem B. I've done leak code problem A and B before. But then when I was solving leak code problem A, I solved it with the answer for leak code problem B, right? And then legal problem B was the answer I was meant to do now, but the one I most recently did was legal problem A. So I only had that solution kind of locked in my head. So I had to like rethink everything. Um and eventually I got it. It just took some time. 'Cause I was really worried because it was taking way too long. And it was at the point where it was like 20 minutes left. And then I started panicking. I was like, okay, no, calm down, calm down. And then eventually what because I got the pattern. Like the pattern wasn't too crazy. It was a simple, I think easy to medium problem, right? The issue was that the result for some reason, for some syntax thing, wasn't returning the proper formatted result. So I had to like keep on trying different things. And eventually I was like, oh dang, if I just do this and then pass into this, and it's like, okay, yeah. So that worked. That was amazing. There was obviously, but there was operation system questions. Those ones weren't too crazy. Um, yeah, those ones weren't too crazy. There was software methodology. I can't speak. There was software stuff. I'm not gonna say the word because I don't know how to pronounce it, but there was software stuff, and then those weren't too crazy themselves. There was one question that was a bit funky because it was like I don't have to even give it the question, but there was like A B C D, but there wasn't A B C D. It was like but one answer referenced A and B, right? So usually you can infer since A B C D is like sequential, you can infer like A B is gonna be the first two. So that's what I assumed it was. I don't know if it was like a trick thing to say, oh, this guy's too dumb to know that there's no A B C D, but I'm hoping that's not the case. Uh but yeah, so it wasn't too bad. I'm just really happy because I think I was really worried and having that faith and then working on your skills, it's really nice to see it all come together. So thank God that worked out. Man, I don't even know because like I've been so locked into this that I've like completely forgotten what I was meant to do for the rest of my schedule. So that's used the rest of my time today to figure out my schedule for the next week. I think it's gonna be a conference, some workshops I have to lead. I have an exam on Friday, so I have to find a way to tie all that together. And some meetings. Duke Quantum is doing pretty good. Terp Labs is doing pretty good. Big Think obviously doing pretty good as well. So just get everything sorted, but really, really excited. I really hope I get a call back to do an interview and then do a behavior interview and do a technical interview. I think I'm going to continue working on my lead code skills so it's not just a matter of, okay, I did one the OA. I think I did one the OA. At least I got all the test cases for the coding sections, but for the multiple choice questions, I don't know if I did well. I think I did well. But I hope I get a call back and do an interview. But overall, like even just ignoring NVIDIA for a second, I think I was just so It's been so exciting after the OA to like to say that, oh, I've improved my legal skills from someone who could have like not done like a legal, who could have done a legal easy, that's the stress, but who could have done a legal easy like 3 days ago. Now I just like a really well. I did really well, I think, on the test, the legal question, so that was really nice. But yeah, besides that though, I have nothing else to say, so have a great day.